every time she say Bruges, she say Brugge. And me and my sister started just like laughing every time she said it because she sounded like she was coughing or clearing her throat or something. But basically, the tour bus picks up a bunch of people from a bunch of different hotels, and we met this Australian family, and they were super funny, and they were they were funny. My dad really liked the dad guy, the father man person. He was really funny. The father man, the man guy. He was older, but he seemed to think that our hotel was going to be bombed or something. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, they were an interesting place. I mean, family place. Anyway, we got on this tour guide bus thing, and we drove to Ghent, and it started raining when we got there, and I was wearing Toms, so my Toms were soaked through. But it actually wasn't that bad because it was like warm rain. It wasn't too cold. So we saw a bunch of things in Ghent, and Ghent is a really nice place. It's very similar to Bruges. It's more the kind of you know those little canals that run through the cities and stuff with the really big buildings. That's what Ghent is like, and that's what Bruges is like. So I liked Ghent. We only stayed there for a little bit though. We didn't go crazy there. And then we got back on the tour bus. Everyone met in this place, and then we went to Bruges. And Bruges is amazing. Bruges is really pretty. Like, it has these canals running through the city with these huge buildings, and everything's ancient. And oh yeah, I forgot to say, on the first day we saw the Death of Marat and all these European artist people, and it was like going back to AP Euro, and I was kind of dying. But anyway, but the Death of Marat is a really nice painting. I think it's one of my favorites because I saw the Mona Lisa in Paris, and it was obviously it's like a work of art and everything, but it didn't really strike me because it was like this big. It was teeny, and it was like nobody could really get a good, because like this section you have to stand really far back so nobody can touch it, even though it's like 1,700 feet away from you. Anyway, no, it's not far away. But the Death of Marat is really cool in real life. Seeing it there, I was kind of just like, it's the first time. It's the first time that I've ever been like actually kind of struck by a painting. It was really cool, and my mom likes that one too. But yeah, we visited a museum the first time. But anyway, Bruges. Bruges is all cobblestone again. We saw the only, or one of the only sculptures by Michelangelo in a church in Bruges. So, which is one of the only sculptures outside of Venice or Italy or wherever they put his sculptures, which was cool. But you couldn't take pictures. You can never take pictures of the famous works, of course. And we had a nice meal. And there's like, we went on a boat trip, which was really cool, around the canals. And I really wanted to do, because they do these horse-drawn carriages, and I really wanted to do it, but we didn't have enough time. But it looks so cool. Every 5 seconds there'd be this person, and they're French, so they're like, attention! I think that means attention. So everyone clears out of the cobblestone road, and they like scallop by. It was really cool. It was kind of like a fairy tale almost. I feel really cheesy saying that, but it was cool. I don't really know what to say. Oh yeah, and the accordion guy. You know how people play, kind of beggar people, but they play so that they can get money? This accordion guy was on the street in Bruges, and he was playing the accordion, and it's not like you have to give them money. Nobody really gives them money anyway, but my sister was like, can we give him some money? So my dad was like, okay. So she went up and gave him, like, a coin, or I don't know how much it was worth, and he stopped playing accordion. He looked in the bucket and saw what she put in, and he started yelling at her, like, give me more, that's not enough, like, calm down, dude, jeez, we gave you money, we didn't have to. So rude. My sister was like, and my dad got it on video, and he was laughing his head off, and it was really, like, wow, these people are rude. Yeah. Oh, and another thing I forgot we did on the first day is we went into the Royal Palace in Bruges, where the King and Queen reside, but they don't reside there between July and September, so we got to go inside, and there was 50 chandeliers in one room. 50. And it was a ballroom place, and it was, like, whoa. So, yeah. Okay, so that first day. Sorry, I keep remembering things. Then we went to Bruges and Ghent, and then we went back. Can't really remember what we did, but I think we went back to the hotel or something. And today, we woke up and went and got breakfast in the concierge lounge. Then we went down, and I can't even think. What did we do? We went around the town of Brussels again, but we saw things that we didn't see before. Oh, and the night before, that's when we went to, me and my mom just went out and walked around because my sister didn't want to go out because she doesn't like the beggars, and my dad had work because he's still like working even though we're in like another country. So me and my mom went out and we went to the city at night, and that's when I really realized how amazing European cities are at night. Like, I love London at night, and I loved France at night, but Belgium at night was like a whole nother story. It was just, there's more people in Belgium at night than in the daytime, it seems like. And everyone's at cafes. I mean, it's like 11 p.m. and people are eating dinner and socializing and clubbing and out in the square and like walking around and shopping and doing all this stuff, and it's just so active at night, and it's so cool, and I really liked it, and everything's lit up, and it's just really amazing, and I really liked it at night. I wanted to go out every night just to like look around Brussels, but we couldn't do that this time because we had to leave. But yeah, when you go to Europe, go to a city like Belgium or France and just walk around at night, and you're going to see like how amazing it is, because it's just weird seeing all the different people, and yeah. That, anyway. And then today, like I said, we had breakfast, then we went out, and my dad really wanted to do a chocolate tour of a chocolate factory, but we didn't end up doing that because we got in, and you know, some things like underage are less priced than like 18 or over, something like that. So it was 12 and under 11, she said, was free, and then over 11 was, you had to pay €5. And she was like, hold, and my mom was like 16 and 12, and my dad was like 16 and 11, and then they looked at each other, and she was like, she's 12, and he was like 11. And we were like, and then the lady was kind of just like smirking, and he was like, okay, let's leave. Like, we just left, and it was really awkward. Yeah, that's what happened there. And then my mom really wanted to see this interior design place, but we couldn't. Special design in Europe, apparently, that's kind of Art Deco, that's it. Art Deco place. But we didn't get to do that, which I felt bad because that was the only thing she wanted to do. Like, she went with everything that we wanted to do, but she didn't get to do anything that she especially wanted to. Well, like, she really wanted to do that, so I felt bad. But, oh yeah, I remember. That day, we went to, you're gonna like this, we went to a musical instruments museum, and it was called MIM, Musical Instruments, yeah. And we went and we toured all different types of musical instruments. We saw, like, all these different types. There's 10 floors, and it was a really full museum. People actually, and you get headphones, and you get to plug it in, and sound what each one, or hear what each sound or instrument sounds like. And that was really cool. Yeah, and then we went, the 10th floor is a cafe with an open level where you can see all of Brussels, and you can see all these different sites, it was really nice view. And so we toured that, and then we went and we did a little bus tour, and we saw all of the sites in Brussels again, which we saw this other thing, and it's huge. It's like an atom multiplied 15 billion times or something in size, so it's a huge kind of atom-shaped thing, which you can go up in and like look out in Brussels, and it's cool. But we didn't get off of the bus. We were kind of pressed for time. Yeah, and then we walked to we went back to the hotel, went to the Eurostar, and here we are. Yep. So that was my trip in Brussels, and I'm sorry this is a really long and boring video, 18 minutes. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, why is she talking this long? But anyway, okay, so I will speak to you later, and I hope that you're having fun. You are. and I hope the orientation went well. No, you already said that it went well, and I really want to know my classes. Anyway, okay, I will speak to you soon, and I love you a lot, and I miss you a lot, but I get to see you really soon, so that's good. Okay, bye.